Solve the problems of the technical world. Well, let's see what happens. Either we're running or we're not. And if my voice sounds like crap, then it just sounds like crap, and everyone should leave YouTube. The end. That's the whole story. Are we live? Are we not live? Okay, we're live. You can see my face. Let's hear the verdict. We gotta get that Rumble link on over there. Otherwise we'll never get these lost hooligans where they're supposed to be. What's up, Daryl? You were first. Audio's better now. Good. I go to Rumble. I go to Rumble. Damn YouTube. Well, I'm not redoing the whole damn thing, okay? Everybody else knows what's going on. The people who watch the replay, just go to Rumble and you'll know what's happening. Anyways, we're going to start with this first video, since I got to say my hellos to everyone already. We're going to start with this first one, self-titled Richmond, north of Richmond. Right-wing anthem is what it's being called. It's the new one. It's the new one. Try that in a small town. That's last week's news. We got a new right-wing anthem. First, go get you a Screaming Goat t-shirt. I'm gonna drop that link in the chat for you guys to go check out. We got more than just shirts. We got shirts, hoodies, tank tops, coffee mugs, all kinds of cool stuff. Definitely go check that stuff out. I'll drop the link in all the chats in just a moment. Let's go ahead and get this started.
Let's bring in Fox News contributor, opinion editor at the Washington Times, Charlie Hurt. Charlie, I want to start with the life of a working man in Joe Biden's America and Oliver Anthony's song and the kind of reaction from the left-wing nut media to this anthem. Let's just call it that. The fact that this song is being called a right-wing anthem, and if you just listen to the words, the flip is now complete. The Democrats are officially the party of the elite and the party of the wealthy. They're trying to control everything that young man from Southside Virginia is talking about. The Republicans and the conservatives are the party of the working man and working woman. Boom shakalaka.
No, precisely.
Boom shakalaka.
Exactly. The script has been entirely flipped here. It's official. And, you know, obviously we saw this primarily with in 2016 with Donald Trump coming along. And, you know, everything about Donald Trump can be explained by his defense of people who worked. And when you look at the people that the Democrat Party tries to represent, they want to represent people who riot in the streets, who break into stores and steal stuff off of store shelves, who don't have jobs. Those are the people that the Democrat Party want to represent. And Oliver Anthony represents people who work. His song is about miners. How many right-wing songs have you ever heard about miners? I can't think of a single other one. And so that's what's so dangerous about all this. And what's so neat about it is that the song has gone explosive. Everybody's playing, like my children are playing it. And it's all entirely organic. There isn't, obviously there's nothing Hollywood about it. There's not a whiff of Nashville about it. It's all the mere fact, and obviously it's exploded on social media, but it's exploded because the song resonates with regular people and who hear it directly. They don't have to listen to it on the radio station. They don't have to be told by Nashville to like the song. It just resonates, and this guy is speaking for a lot of people.
The men and women who make America work love the song because it speaks truth to the power actually in Washington. Charlie is so right. But I'll move on to this because a new report.
They go into talking about some other stuff, but a lot of people, especially yesterday, were posting in the chat to go listen to the song, which I did after the live. I listened to it again today before adding that video to the list. The song is pretty good. If you haven't heard it, Rich Men North of Richmond, it is over the target. It is over the target. I think it does a very good job describing how most Americans feel right now in this economy. And like they were referencing, the song talks about minors. There's a line in there where it says something along the lines of, we should be paying attention to minors, not just the ones that are on the island, or something like that. So I mean, it's pretty good. The song is pretty good. So of course they had to label it, you know, a right-wing anthem. It's white supreme pizza music. I don't know. So it's so stupid. But either way, came across that and thought we should show it, since so many people went and listened to the song. If you haven't heard the song, it's definitely worth going and checking out. What's up, Hooter? Happy Freedom. What's up, Sam? Appreciate you guys being on the website. I'm reading through the chat really quick before we move forward. Neighbor guy, I don't want to admit how many times I've listened to it. Yeah, I've heard it 2 or 3 times, and I'll probably hear it another 2 or 3 times. What are you guys counting in the chat? Oh, we just hit 50 likes. You guys are awesome. Astral Henry, you gonna play the song for us? I could probably play the song once we kick YouTube out of the room. I can't while YouTube's watching, because, you know, rules. Because all the damn rules that YouTube has. So once we kick YouTube out of the room, I might play the song. I was considering it when I was putting the schedule today. Ghostly, I'm from Virginia. Sic Semper Tyrannis. I don't know what that is. You probably just made me say something crazy. Oliver Anthony is a huge stoner. He ain't right or left. He's a blue-collar worker. Yep. Well, I feel like that's the average American feels that way. What's up, Patriot George? Happy Freedom. Pumpkin, cut the cord. I know. We're getting there. We're getting there. If we could get enough people regularly on Rumble, we wouldn't even go live on YouTube anymore. It ruins my everything. It really does. It really does. I hate talking about it every day. But it really bothers me that much. It literally is like one of the worst things in my life. It's dealing with YouTube and their community guidelines. They gave me 3 copyright flags today, and when I clicked on them, there was no information. So it's like, hey, we're monitoring you, and we could have given you some trouble, but we didn't actually find out that you did anything wrong. But just so you know, we could have gave you trouble today. And like, I'm so tired of it. So tired of it. I don't have those problems anywhere but on YouTube. Sam, Oliver got 12 million views in the last 6 days. Yeah, I seen that. And there's I think the top comment on that video says like 7.4 million views in the first 5 days. So that means that it doubled its views, more than doubled its views. I guess not more, just less than doubling its views in 24 hours from yesterday. And I think that's because it's picking up steam. So I think it's going to do well over 12 million views. Like, you know, like you're saying, it's only been 6 days. That's pretty good. What's up, Giggling Spy? Happy Freedom. Appreciate you being here. Matthew, Google removed searches for independent media. Yeah, Google is supposed to be updating their community guidelines stuff too, and they're going to be flagging websites. If your website says anything against the main narrative, so if news is telling everyone, go put a bucket on your head, and you have a website and you write a blog on your website and you tell everybody all the reasons why you shouldn't put a bucket on your head, Google will take your site down. They'll flag your site as spam or misinformation or something, and then make it so people can't find it using Google search. Like, you see me struggling to get people off of YouTube. Imagine trying to run a business and you say something that Rainbow Crew doesn't like. Google has you removed. You try to tell people to come to your business, and they're like, well, I'm searching for you, and they're like, I'm not seeing you. And you have to explain to them, oh, you can't find us on Google. You have to use some other browser in order to find us because Google has us banned. Do you think that person's going to go to your site now? Do you think they're going to shop with your business? No, they're not going to. And it's because they're going to be like, well, if Google doesn't trust you, I shouldn't trust you. And they got a monopoly. Google and YouTube, they suck. They suck. They're the pinnacle of censorship, and they're in everything that we have. And it sucks to have people claim they love freedom but not be willing to walk away from YouTube or Google to pursue people that are fighting for freedom. And it sucks. The whole deal sucks. Eventually there just won't be people fighting for freedom anymore. There's just going to be censored people that you've never heard of, and people using the censored platforms for entertainment. And that's it. Like, nobody's really standing up for people that are fighting against censorship. Let's see. DeRosa, you should just mute YouTube so they move over. I don't have that ability. That's what's so crazy, is that what I put out there goes to all the platforms. So when one platform has issues and the rest don't, I don't even know what to say about it. I don't know what to, you know what I mean? It's like putting a DVD in the, or whatever, a DVD in the Blu-ray player, and you got 3 TVs hooked up to it, and the Wizard of Oz comes on 2 of them, but then you got Blue's Clues on the 3rd one. You're like, what am I doing? I put the Wizard of Oz DVD in. How do we end up with Blue's Clues on one of the TVs? It doesn't make any sense. And that's what happens when I'm live streaming. That's why when there's audio issues or gray screen only on YouTube, then I'm like, what am I supposed to do? There's only one signal. There's one source of signal. So I actually don't have a way to mute YouTube to get people to come over to Rumble or jeffmaclive.com. What I actually have been doing is using the censorship to my advantage. When they do green or gray screen me, because they've done both, or they mess with my audio or whatever it is they want to do, I just really point to go into Rumble, and I just leave it all messed up, because I'm done. I'm done catering to YouTube. If you don't like being censored, if you don't like the trolls, if you don't like YouTube flagging your comments, if you don't like the gray screen, if you don't like the green screen, if you don't like the audio sounding like I'm underwater, leave YouTube, because the water is fine everywhere else. It's only on YouTube where things suck. And I'm just so done catering to that. Like, so done with it. So for real, you heard the song, you think it's pretty good? I thought it was pretty good. Grey Wolf, you love the song? That's awesome. Yeah, we might play it. Once we kick YouTube out of the room, we might play it. We'll see how it goes. Frank, the audio is great now. Well, that's good. Glad to hear it. Rip Krill, I agree, but we can't give up. We must continue waking people up to bring them together. That's true. That's true. All the normies are over on YouTube because they don't know any better. Chris Bacon, Trump is toast. He had his shot and he fumbled the ball badly. Well, don't cry yourself to sleep. I don't think the show's over yet. Atlas, do you get any revenue from premium YouTube upgrades? I do not. I am demonetized on YouTube. I do not make a penny from YouTube. You guys can't donate to me. You can't join the membership program or nothing. Nope. Watching on YouTube is the equivalent of watching the baseball game from outside the stadium. That's what it is. There's no support coming from YouTube. Not at all. I've been neutered. Over there. Tis what tis. Tis what tis. But we have plenty of better platforms to hang out on. So either way. What's up, Grant? Happy freedom. There was something I was going to look at, and now my brain forgot what that was. Either way, we're going to move forward to this next video titled Libs Continue to Self-Destruct Our Society. This is a Newsmax video. It's kind of a summary of small events that have been happening across the country, mostly just chaos in blue cities for the most part. But they don't see anything wrong with that. They think it's fine. It's totally fine having 50 people come into your department store and rip out $100,000 worth of merchandise in about 20 minutes. Yeah, hey, it's just another day in a blue city. Let's go ahead and get this started.
For news from the left, an op-ed in Newsweek. It's time to freak out. Donald Trump is very likely our next president. Now, Newsweek's editor-at-large, Tom Rogers, says it was agonizing for him to write the column, making it clear he's cheering for Trump to be convicted and sentenced to jail. Oh, good for you, Tom. You hit all the right marks. But he also admits that Biden is a disaster in the piece, predicts we won't have a one-on-one presidential election because the No Labels group is now gaining a lot of traction, he says. And you also have that RFK Jr. guy that's looking better and better every day to any Democrat that actually has a brain. Next up, the looting has become rather commonplace at this point as the American left continues to self-destruct our society. On Saturday, a flash mob of 50 people shredded a Nordstrom store, Canoga Park, Los Angeles, snatching luxury bags, clothing, up to $100,000.
How do you do that and not feel like a total piece of shit?
One security guard was doused with bear spray. Don't you love this new society, this new progressive society we have? Isn't it awesome? It's so progressive. AOC says they just need food. They're starving in a first world country where nobody starves, by the way. Police say the thieves who ransacked this Nordstrom took off in multiple cars, including a BMW and a Lexus. I didn't know how many starving people have a BMW and a Lexus. It's impressive. So far, nobody has been arrested. Rapper 50 Cent previously spoke out against the city's ridiculous no-bail policy, doubled down on social media saying, "I told you LA was finished. They're going to have to lock the doors, appointment only." Somebody gets it. And next up, despite being one of the wealthiest universities in the world, Harvard is reportedly telling its struggling grad students to go on food stamps. After grad students complained earlier this year that the $40,000 salary they get for working at the university is not enough. They wanted an increase. In April, Harvard's Health Services Office sent out a flyer encouraging them to go get SNAP benefits, according to a report from Benzinga. The flyer reads, fuel your body and stock your pantry. Did you know that grad students may qualify for assistance paying for food and groceries? Well, Harvard has a $53 billion endowment. And despite preaching pseudo-Marxism all throughout the university, it would appear that the elites at Harvard are somewhat hypocritical. They don't want to pay anybody a reasonable wage so they can afford food. They just want you to go ask the government. Not surprising. Welcome back. Time now for news from the left.
It's rough stuff. You're going to Harvard on food stamps. Like, what? You imagine doing both? I'm a Harvard graduate. I had to be on food stamps the whole time I was there. People are living upside down. They're living upside down. If you can't afford to eat and stuff, you shouldn't be going to Harvard. Maybe Harvard would lower their prices and stuff if students stopped showing up because they couldn't afford to eat while going to school. And then 50 people flash mob a department store to steal $100,000 worth of merch. Just another day. Just another day. They came in, they bear maced the security guard, who probably hates his job. You know, that security guard for the mall probably hates his job. Chances are he wouldn't have been able to stop them from stealing things anyway because he probably would have been fired. Just like a lot of employees we see on these videos and stuff, where criminals come in, they go to steal stuff, they just pull the whole rack out of the store, and a lot of times the employees don't do anything because they're instructed, if that happens, to just let the thief walk out because it's cheaper to replace merch that may be insured than it is to put the criminal on his head and have him potentially sue for being injured on your property. I don't know. I always hear the voice of that sheriff in Florida who's like, dead offenders don't reoffend. It's like just loud, echoes in my skull. It doesn't make sense to me. So with things being that way, you would think that if the security guard is, you know, it's for looks, it's a deterrent, if anything. Chances are he's being instructed, don't stop anything. Like maybe if you catch a kid or a teenager shoplifting, that's one thing. 50 people come in with masks and they're here to steal whole racks of clothes and stuff. Chances are the security guard wasn't going to do anything. And he probably doesn't like his job very much, which probably hurts the quality of his life. And so he's, you know, just like everybody else, waking up, drinking coffee, putting one sock on after the other, and just being like, oh, I gotta go to this damn job. Goes there and gets bear maced. And then the whole department store gets taken over by 50 criminals. Like, it's broad daylight. Broad daylight. Just, I don't know. And then they don't care. They don't do anything about it. Thank you so much, JT3, for the $5 donation on Rumble. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. Let's see. Don't want to rant. Just happy to be here. Well, I appreciate you being over here on Rumble. What's up, Chris? Happy freedom to you. Guess some J. Target is one word. Have they hit a target? I don't think we've covered a video with them hitting target. Maybe they favor the rainbow stores. They don't hit those. How come you don't ever see them hitting like a Best Buy, where everything in the store is expensive? I don't know. I have questions. I don't know what it's like to be a soft, stupid criminal. I'll have to interview one or something. DeRosa video shows police was outside and didn't do anything. Yeah. No, they don't. They don't. What's up, Deep South Jody? Happy freedom. Grey Wolf, consumers pay for all these idiots stealing. Yeah. Yeah, you go in there and then the prices get all jacked up. And they're like, well, you know, times are tough. Yeah, because you're letting people steal from your store. You notice you don't see them doing that to gun stores. You don't hear about them going into gun stores 50 people deep and stealing stuff. They'd be like, 50 people were shot in the front yard of this gun store today. Not one person made it inside the front door alive. Yeah. What's up, Sleuthy TV? Happy freedom. So for real, we live in a clown world right now. We do. We do. That's part of the lyrics of that song that I like. Is it says something about like we're living in a new world, but we have an old soul. Like we live in a world that we don't fit in. Those are some of the lyrics that resonated with me. Sly Dog, they do hit Best Buy. I figured. J-Dog, gun store owners are smart. They bring swift justice to thieves. Yeah, that's what I figured. They wouldn't make it too far. They wouldn't make it too far. They plan for that kind of stuff. They wish that kind of stuff would happen. They'll take some firearm that they got that nobody can afford and they just got it tucked away behind the counter just in case that one day somebody stupid comes in the store. Like they hit you with a caliber you ain't never heard of before. I used to know the people that used to run the local gun store and stuff before that closed down. Closed down for the plague, and then they didn't make enough money to come back after the lockdowns were done. But it was that kind of situation. They were like, I wish somebody had come in here with some intent. I got this big thing over here. I got this thing over here. It shoots projectiles. And it's like, well, all right. You let me know. All right. Let's see. Oh, actually, we were at that time. This next video is titled Hillary Clinton Reacts to Trump Indictment, saying the system is working. There's a lot of talk about free speech. They talk about the plague. They talk about the jab. They talk about people not feeling comfortable questioning what happened in 2020. And because of all that, we can't show that on YouTube because YouTube hates free speech. And that video is all about free speech. So I need everyone to move away from YouTube. I'll drop the Linktree link in the chat. If you guys would like to donate, the donation links are in there. Membership links are in there. The merch links are in there. Go and join Gilded if you haven't done so already. Go join Gilded. It's free. It's the best way to be notified for when and where we go live. There's 24/7 conversation going on with all the hooligans, keeping the discussion going. So definitely go join Gilded. But also you can find us on all the live streaming platforms that we live stream on at the very top of the list there. So go find your way off of YouTube right now. I suggest you go to Rumble or jeffmaclive.com, but there's a plethora. There's a good plethora out there that I provide. So go ahead and leave right now. So we're cutting off YouTube. We got Trump talk after this, you know. It's too much. It's too much. Sam, they was living in them. I wish a motherfucker woods. I know. I'm saying. That's how everybody is around here, though. It's the sticks out here. That's what I'm saying. That everybody's like, you don't cover protests. Their protests don't happen here. They don't happen here. No, it's a small town here. Alright, cutting off YouTube. I've done enough. I've done all I can do for YouTube. There's no more to be done.